In 1996, in Washington, D.C., the U.S. Broadcasting Board of Governors gathered $30 million and launched Radio Free Asia. The aim is to build a firewall against the political interference of the journalistic product in Asia. In the same year, this creation had been authorized by the U.S. Congress as a surrogate broadcaster providing news and information to East Asia countries that they categorize as lacking of free media. And now, the Radio Free Asia branches has reached 6 countries in Asia, broadcasting in their local languages and dialects. The coverage, including China, Cambodia, Burma, India, Vietnam, and Laos. Radio Free Asia is funded as a private and non-profit company. The Broadcasting Board of Governors gets money from the U.S. Congress every year, and it spreads the money to the Radio Free Asia to keep the non-profit expense of the station. And the latest news was that a bill had been introduced to grant a permanent capital to Radio Free Asia instead of giving money to them every year. The mission is claimed to provide accurate and timely news and information to Asian countries whose government prohibit access to a free press. It serves its listeners by providing information that's critical to their judgment, which also means that the radio is defining themselves as a key information provider to help listeners make judgments. And there is also unconfirmed rumor goes around the internet referring Radio Free Asia as a spy agency. The Wikipedia says the Radio Free Asia gets its original idea from an CIA organization in 1950s, the Committee Free Asia, which is an American propaganda broadcast. In response to this question, James Zhu, chief correspondent of Mandarin Radio Free Asia, has his opinion.
We have our independent of the editorial. We also can criticize government, U.S. government. And of course, our main task is to provide the news and information to the Chinese people. So for the U.S. government, we have the right to criticize them, but it's not our task. So many people, so many American and media all over the world to do that quite well. So as a fund provider, U.S. government, I think they should have an organization to monitor, for example, our finance department, but not the news department.
In the office of Hong Kong, Mandarin Department and Cantonese Department are sharing the same office in one time. Each branch has a chief correspondent acting as the chief editor to take a look at the everyday running of the station, and there are 7 journalists in each individual department dealing with news every day.
Now we are standing at the Hong Kong office of Radio Free Asia. Today we're going to discover what RFA really is. So let's have a look at it.
Every day starts from story ideas. In RFA Cantonese, Li Da-an assigns stories to reporters, but in RFA Mandarin, reporters need to make it out on their own and then exchange stories with each other in case of any overlap. Final decision is made after discussion with the editor. Each reporter needs to finish 1 to 2 stories every day. We can see varieties of magazines and newspapers in their reading room, but their major source of stories is rights websites, which are filled with complaints and discontent. No wonder that RFA news is always negative. But James Drew has a different definition of negative and positive news. Reporters are seldom assigned to the sport unless some big events as Olympics. Almost all interviews are done by phone calls. When telephone becomes the only tool for interviewing, is it an easier task or more challenging job for reporters? Can this solo way of information gathering assure the authenticity? Zheng Yingying, an RFA Cantonese reporter, talk about her point of view.
會成日都會出現嘅困難就係、第一啲電話好難揾得到啦，因為可能有啲太過鄉村嘅地方，根本佢冇嗰個電話登記嘅。咁你未必可以，或者佢以某個當事人，咁你茫茫大海，你點樣可以揾到嗰個當事人呢？咁可能你有陣時會透過當地你可能你以前做落嘅一啲古仔，可能你估計佢哋同鄉，或者佢哋都係當地係做開一啲維權活動嘅，咁嘗試即係由自己嘅以前做落嘅儲埋嘅電話啦，或者即係自己去想方法去打得到為止，咁就撞咯，誤打誤撞咯，咁所以呢度花嘅時間比較長。咁第二就係其實始終內地啦，即係可能媒體訪問啦，啲官方嘅話咧，始終係未好似香港咁開放，咁所以咧佢哋唔係真係個個部門啦都咁願意去回應咁樣噶。不過其實用電話你話係咪做唔到跑新聞，即係當地面對面咧，又未必。不過只係你可以話用電話，可能你慳咗好多即係好似電視台咁樣走訪嗰個距離嗰個時間，你可以慳到，因為你由 A 點去 B 點唔係咁容易。電台可能有陣時仲會方便咗，不過只係話如果你當面面對面咧，可能會減少咗對方嘅疑慮。有陣時因為電話佢會話佢唔能夠證實到你嘅身份，所以佢唔願意回答你咯。
RFA Mandarin and Cantonese has two studios respectively for VO recording. General news is made around 3 to 4 minutes. When recording VO, most reporters use fake names as byline, which is called L name. VO packages are sent to Washington, D.C. before deadline, 10 p.m. every day. After that, Washington, D.C. office takes the ball, organize the program and broadcast. All the programs are uploaded to their website together with text and video sometimes. RFA website is blocked in mainland China, but available through circumvention technology. Here is how James Drew thinks about RFA's job.
Independent of the editorial. We also can criticize government. To do that quite well. So as I from the